Good morning. It is April 21st, 2018, and a balmy 46 degrees out here and starting to rain. It's going to be a very rainy weekend, but that's fine. The wild edibles really need it. So do the crops around my area. But today I wanted to go into a little bit about what the channel is about because, the channel is obviously called Wayne Rogers Outdoors. But I'm not per se a bushcraft or a survival channel. I'm not a prepper channel. It's an outdoors channel. So any and all things outdoors is up for grabs as far as I'm concerned on my channel. So yeah, I might get out here and I might put together a little debris hut shelter, sleep out in that. I might talk about survival situations and survival gear, and I'll do obviously gear reviews and things like that. Wild edibles, gathering, harvesting, preparing, cooking, consuming wild edibles. I'm going to do some of that. And I'm also going to talk about things like hydration. And we're going to talk about cleanliness. And we're going to talk about the sun, staying out of the sun. There's just going to be all kinds of things covered on this channel. And, I hope that the subscribers I have watch and will ask questions and leave comments. And if you're new, maybe you found my channel completely by accident, I hope that you would subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. I'm not a big channel by any means, not yet at least, and I don't have any aspirations of hitting 100,000 views or 1,000 subs or anything like that. It'd be nice if it happens because I would like to monetize, but monetizing just changed yet again. I used to monetize before, but monetization now, to meet the minimum requirements, you have to have 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours watch time in a 12-month period. Well, I obviously don't have that yet, but I do have an AdSense account, and I have been approved for monetization if I can meet those requirements. But just so that you guys know that I'm not in it for a buttload of views, okay? I'm out here because it's good for me. The reason I'm here is for health benefit. I'm out, I'm doing something, I'm active, I'm moving around. I'm 47 years old, okay? And I weigh probably a good 30 pounds more than I did 10 years ago. So being up and being active is going to help with that, having a more active lifestyle. Also, it gets me away from the house, gets me away from the television set, gets me away from the laptop. I'm a gamer. I play World of Warcraft. As far as I'm concerned, that's really the only game. I have tried a lot of others. But I don't like to spend a lot of time cooped up in the house. And EMF is a big part of that for me. I need to get away from the electronics more. One, because we're all addicted to our devices. Matter of fact, I'm recording this video to you right now on a Samsung smartphone. I have a video camera and a tripod and a pretty nice setup, but 99% of the time, my smartphone's what's on me, so that's what I'm using to make these videos. EMF, like I said, is a big deal. It's really bad for your body. It does a lot of terrible things to you, and I'm not going to go into all that because you can do your own research there. But for my own health benefit, I need a break from the high EMF fields that are present in the average home. Also, indoor air pollution is really bad. Normally in a house, a lot worse than you think it is. I don't care how much Febreze you spray or whatever air freshener you use or candles or scented candles, whatever. The air in your house is a lot more unhealthy than you think it is. So this gives me a break from that. I hope you guys can learn something from me, but mostly this is me learning. I'm not a professional anything by any means. So it's kind of a journey together. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. I've been right where you are right now, sitting in front of a computer screen or tablet or a smartphone or whatever, watching some guy on YouTube have a life while I sit in my house. Well, now I'm the guy on this side of the screen, and you're the person sitting there. What I hope to accomplish is to get you from there out here. All right? All of us need to spend more time in nature, but we need to learn how to treat it, how to respect it, and how to be able to fully enjoy it. That is basically the goal of this channel. I might be out here one weekend in an Ozark Trail Walmart tent with a cot. I might be out here another weekend in a debris hut shelter made of some sticks with a tarp thrown over the top of it, and some kind of a raised bed, maybe grasses from my local area, because there are no pine boughs and all that kind of stuff. You know how people stuff their shelters with these nice browse beds? That ain't happening here. I've got to work with what I've got. So, I really hope that maybe we can entertain each other. If you have any thoughts or suggestions or comments, leave those right down there. Please. I don't know everything. I will also work a little bit with friction fire. I've only made one friction fire my entire life, probably 12 years ago. It took me 4 attempts, I believe, before I finally got an ember and got a flame. However, there's a lot of elm on the property, and elm is supposed to be really good for fireboards and for spindles, so friction fire might be something I mess with too. And also, we're going to talk about kit content and preparedness and EDC, everyday carries, and we'll talk about first, second, and third zones of assessment, and we'll talk about the 5 C's and the 10 C's. And if all this is kind of sounding familiar to you, it's because everybody else has already done it. But that's just the downside to YouTube. There's nothing that I can do that really is any kind of original content. Everybody else has already done it. I don't care how fast you jump on a new product, somebody else has already got a review for that product. So it's just the nature of the beast. There's a lot of us doing this. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to break this video off because I have a tendency to ramble. And just so you guys know, I also have memory issues. I'm self-employed, and a few years back, maybe 4 years now almost, there was an accident at work, and I took a blow to the top of the head that compressed my spine and damaged a vertebrae in my neck. And ever since then, I do have memory issues. There are times that I will repeat myself, and there are times that I'll be talking, and right in the middle of a sentence, I completely just lose what I'm saying. Things like that happen with me. Interesting. Well, where'd that come from? Anyhow, like right now, I just completely lost what I was getting ready to say. So you'll have to bear in mind that at some points in my videos, I may seem a little out of it and a little wonky. That's because I am. I have a lot of neck pain because of my previous injury, and sometimes I deal with that as well. But for the most part, I'm a pretty good going guy. You'll notice that I have trouble speaking as well. There are times that I stumble around words. Look at my teeth, okay? I know I look like I have meth mouth, but I tell you what, my ex-wife told me she was on meth. I had to Google meth to see what it looked like to know what she was even talking about. I don't have many teeth in my mouth because when they give me problems, I yank them. I pull them myself. Okay? I had one tooth pulled out of my mouth when I was 17 years old at a dentist. And I joined the Army in 1997. And they pulled off all 4 wisdom teeth in 97. I have 5 teeth left in my head. And other than the 5 that have been pulled by a dentist, I have pulled all the rest myself. So if I trip over words and have problems pronouncing things, that's because I really do have very few teeth left, and sometimes it makes it hard to talk. My goal is to get them all ripped out eventually and get dentures. I can't stand tooth problems. When one bothers me, I yank it. I have pulled, in just the last 3 years, I pulled 9 teeth out of my head. Okay? So, if it seems like I have trouble talking, that's why. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to let you guys go, but I'll get another video out to you as soon as I can. Like I said, please, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those below. Maybe something that you'd like to see, or an idea for a video would be great. Not that I don't have a lot of ideas of my own, but none of my ideas are going to be original for sure. And I apologize for that, because there's nothing I can really do for you guys that somebody else has not done, and probably done a lot better. Anyway, thank you very much for your views, guys.